So, you have a new Marvel project for me?
Yes, sir, I do. I figure we can make a Marvel TV show for Disney+.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I was thinking we can make a show about Wanda and Vision.
I don't know if you saw the last couple episodes of the MCU, but Vision is very dead.
I know, that's going to be part of the intrigue.
Okay, so what's going on in this show anyway?
It's going to be like a 1950s black and white sitcom starring Wanda and Vision, right?
Oh, what the heck are you talking about?
And they're just going about their 1950s lives, you know, dinner with the boss and those kinds of classic sitcom situations.
Are you sure you've seen the MCU before? Because this isn't remotely, that doesn't resemble anything we do at all.
No, I know.
Okay, what is happening?
So then we're going to start to see that things get a little weird sometimes, you know? Sometimes they can't remember how they got to places. There's some weird stuff showing up.
Oh, what the heck is that about? Please tell me now.
Yeah, there's like a super weird moment with the boss. There's a beekeeper that comes out of the sewer.
Okay.
What's going on? You okay?
I'm not used to slow-moving intrigue, so I'm not sure what to do with myself.
Understandable, sir, but this is a weekly release schedule, right? So we're gonna spread out the reveals and really make people hate the words "please stand by."
Okay, but what's with all the weird stuff, though?
Please stand by.
Yeah.
Anyway, so there's also
thank
going to
God.
be this nosy neighbor character, Agnes, right? And she's a little mysterious, you know, something's going on with her.
Agnes, huh?
What are you doing?
Is she Agatha Harkness?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, great. Got it.
That's kind of supposed to be a reveal later.
Well, listen, if you give people some downtime, they're gonna theorize. That's just how it works.
Just what it is.
I'm gonna make you pay for that.
What?
So anyway, then the show starts jumping through the decades every episode, and Wanda gives birth to twins.
Oh, very weird. I don't know what to make of all this random weirdness.
And there's this woman in there, and she seems to remember who Wanda is and that Ultron killed her brother.
Oh, okay, here we go.
And so Wanda gets mad, and she sends her outside of this big magical hex dome that's going on.
And so what's that all about?
Well, it turns out that Wanda's taken over this town called Westview with this magical hex thing, and she's broadcasting it.
Oh.
Yeah, so the Sword Agency, they're keeping an eye on things, you know, watching the broadcasts.
Nice, okay, things making a bit of sense now.
And there's this guy, Director Hayward, running the show. There's gonna be Darcy from Thor there. There's Jimmy Woo from Ant-Man.
Oh, Jimmy, what's going on with Jimmy?
Oh, well, he's gotten really good at that close-up magic stuff.
Oh, I didn't even know I was rooting for that outcome, but I am intensely proud of him.
So am I, sir. So him and Darcy are basically going to behave as the audience will at home, just kind of watching WandaVision, trying to figure out what's going on.
Okay.
And turns out that woman was a grown-up Monica Rambeau from Captain Marvel, and she keeps mentioning this aerospace engineer that she knows.
Aerospace engineer, Reed Richards, Fantastic Four.
Certainly seems like I'm teasing something like that, doesn't it?
It does. Oh, this is very exciting.
Yeah, you like that, huh? Big dummy.
What?
And then at the end of a certain episode, we're gonna have Pietro Maximoff show up.
Oh, but he's dead.
He is, but he's gonna come back, and I figure this time Evan Peters could play him.
But he played Quicksilver in the Fox X-Men movies.
That's right, sir, he did. Let that blow your mind for a minute.
Oh my God, what does this mean? What are the implications? Is the multiverse open? Are the X-Men on their way?
Please stand by.
What? No. Oh, please stop torturing me like this.
Please stand by.
Wow, okay, yeah, people are gonna hate those words, aren't they?
Oh, most definitely.
Hey, is he secretly Mephisto? Are the twins secretly Mephisto? Am I secretly Mephisto?
Maybe. So then eventually we're gonna reveal that Agnes lady was actually an evil witch this whole time, and her name is Agatha Harkness.
Yeah, I figured that one out.
You did. So she's gonna have this little theme song explaining that she was evil the whole time. It's gonna be called Agatha All Along.
Oh, okay.
And it's just gonna be so frickin' so good, sir. Just the catchiest song.
Oh, okay, you think people are gonna like it? That's cool.
Oh yes, sir. People are gonna love it. It's gonna be about how she was pulling all the evil strings all along.
Nice.
How she killed a dog.
Oh my God.
So then Agatha's gonna be like, okay, I would like to know how you got your power, so let's go look at all your trauma for a little bit.
Very inconsiderate.
For sure. So we're gonna see her and her family back in Sokovia when she was a kid.
Okay.
And turns out she used to watch a bunch of sitcoms, and that's what inspired her grief dome of different sitcom eras.
Oh.
Her dad had all these DVDs like The Dick Van Dyke Show, Bewitched, Malcolm in the Middle.
Malcolm in the Middle with Bryan Cranston?
That's right.
Bryan Cranston from Godzilla?
That's the one.
Godzilla with Elizabeth Olsen and Aaron Taylor Johnson?
That's the, oh dang.
What is that? How does that, what is that?
Right, okay, so that's an Easter egg.
Oh, okay, I got a ton of questions about the implications of that Easter egg.
Actually, I'm gonna need you to get all the way off my back about the fact that Marvel actors act in other things sometimes.
Oh, okay, let me get off of that thing.
Anyway, so at the end of that episode, Agatha's gonna be like, this is chaos magic, Wanda, and that makes you the Scarlet Witch.
That's the name of the character.
Yeah, we're gonna make people people cheer for something they already knew.
Yeah, they knew, but it hadn't been said out loud.
And we're gonna say it out loud.
Oh, saying things people already know out loud is tight.
I know.
I know you know.
Nice, okay, so then Sword is gonna manage to make this white Vision and send him inside the Hex to kill Vision.
Oh boy, so they're gonna fight?
They are gonna fight, sir. Turns out this weird conceptual show is gonna end with a big CGI battle, just like Marvel movies.
Wow, 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 wow.
Yeah, so they're gonna go head to head. It's gonna be very cool.
Wow, it's gonna be tough for Hex Vision to defeat himself.
Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he hits him with some philosophical questions, and so White Vision is like, huh.
Oh.
Yeah, then he gives him his memories, and White Vision is like, okay, I'm Vision now, bye.
Hey, where does he go?
Up into the MCU until we need him for something.
Okay, so this way we'll be able to kill Vision without killing Vision.
Exactly.
Oh, I love that death isn't permanent. It's just like in real life.
That's not accurate. Oh, also, Monica has powers now from going in and out of the Hex, and she uses them to stop Hayward from shooting the twins.
He was gonna shoot some children?
Well, technically, they're not real children, but yeah, Hayward's just gonna become a cartoonishly evil guy in the last episode. That's gonna be his thing.
Wow, yeah.
So then Wanda's gonna have this big showdown with Agatha, and Agatha's gonna show her that she's been a straight-up mental terrorist to the people of Westview.
Oh, that's not good.
And then they're gonna have this big battle with a bunch of different colored beams and a sky beam, just like the end of a Marvel movie.
Wow, 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 wow.
And Wanda's gonna manage to defeat Agatha by putting these big runes on the side of the Hex, which means that only she can do magic in that area.
Oh, how did she know how to do that?
Well, Agatha mentioned that while she was monologuing.
Oh, it's super helpful when villains start monologuing. Didn't The Incredibles make fun of that?
Yeah, that movie did make fun of villains doing that. Fun fact, we're gonna reference The Incredibles a couple of times.
But we're still gonna do the thing it was making fun of.
Exactly. So then Wanda gives herself some new clothes and then traps Agatha in her own mind as a nosy neighbor forever, which I'm sure is a fate worse than death.
Absolutely. That's deeply horrifying, and it gets worse the more you think about it.
It sure does, sir. And then Wanda's gonna have to say goodbye to her twins, but probably not for long, and to Vision, but probably not for long.
Very sad, but probably not for long.
And then as Wanda's walking out of Westview, all the citizens are giving her dirty looks, and Monica's gonna be like, they have no idea what you sacrificed for them.
She mentally tortured them for an extended period of time and probably scarred them for life.
Yeah, but she had to say goodbye to her imaginary friends, so it balances out.
Yeah, okay.
And so, yeah, that's about it. What do you think?
Well, wait, what about Evan Peters as Quicksilver? What was that all about?
Oh, yeah, it turns out he was just a guy named Boner.
Boner?
Ralph Boner, yeah, that whole thing was a setup for a boner joke.
Oh.
Yeah, that'll teach people to theorize.
Well, what about Mephisto or Reed Richards? Does Doctor Strange have a cameo? He must have sensed all this going on. Oh, a very painful fart noise.
Yeah, so then we're gonna vaguely tease some upcoming projects and we're out.
Oh, wow, okay.
Oh, and by the way, I thought it might be fun to release that Agatha All Along song online. People are really gonna like that.
I mean, if people really respond to it, we can release it, I guess. But people aren't gonna freak out over a song where a witch kills a dog.
So, WandaVision is over. It is done. We got through all 9 episodes, and I think, for one, it brought us all closer together. But I will say this. We are at fault for thinking there was more going on than what we got in the show. And I say that because a lot of people, to Ryan George's point, thought, Mephisto would show up. Thought that Quicksilver, Evan Peters' Quicksilver, was from the Fox movies, the X-Men movies, and coming over to the MCU. We thought that the astrophysicist or the engineer was Reed Richards or someone of note. There were so many things that we thought was going to come to fruition in the show to tease other things. And we did not expect an actual drama on the character of Wanda Maximoff, which, again, is Scarlet Witch. We got the Scarlet Witch now. We got that name out there now, which is cool. But this was solely focused on that character, which I can appreciate. I do like that. They didn't try to Age of Ultron the show or anything like that. Would have been nice if they had an actual Luke Skywalker cameo, though. If you saw my Instagram post, I talked about that. I said, she lied. She straight up lied. She talked to TV Line. They asked her, hey, is there a Luke Skywalker moment? She said yes. And there was not. Some people, I'm sure, would say the Evan Peters reveal was a Skywalker moment before we know that he's just Ralph Boner, but that's not Luke Skywalker-esque. Well, a Luke Skywalker moment is going to be a huge moment of a character that everyone knows, whether it's from the Fox X-Men or from the MCU, like something that just has more weight to it. That didn't have enough weight to it. It did add a lot more speculation to the show and what was going to be happening in future episodes, but no, that was not a Luke Skywalker moment. Paul Bettany saying that he works with someone that he's longed to work for his entire career, and that ending up being himself was cool. Like, that quip was okay. I was fine with that because, one, it's easy for Disney because they don't have to worry about trying to hide somebody on set to prevent any leaks or pictures or anything like that. So having the actor play against himself, and that was kind of always his dream. it's kind of cool. But I think Elizabeth Olsen didn't really know the weight of what she said with, yes, there is a moment like that, and some more surprises coming. There was more weight to that than just saying yes, because now we're expecting an actual cameo or something to happen where we're like, wow, I'm so glad this happened. Seeing Wanda turn into the Scarlet Witch was a cool moment, and it brought everything to fruition in full circle as far as how the story went. I like the retcons they did when it came to saying that she always had the powers, but the Mind Stone really enhanced her powers. A lot like that, so I like how they kind of fixed all that to make her a true Scarlet Witch. But my only gripe with the show is that it started out very slow, doing the whole 1950s, 60s, and 70s. I think the first episode could have been the 50s and 60s together, and then the second episode is 70s, and then you move on from there. So it should really have only been 8 episodes. You could have made it 9, but I think that was the slow part. A lot of people I know left the show because it was just starting out too slow. They didn't really like that. I like that the show was a high concept idea and how they went about it, but those first 2 episodes were pretty slow. So overall, I did enjoy the show. I think they could do a season 2. They really put their minds to it. You got Vision still out there, so he's not gone. You got the kids saying some stuff that could show up in another season. I doubt they'll go over that in the Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness film. I'd be surprised, but again, we don't really know what that's even going to be about, or who's going to show up. If it's going to be Nightmare, Mephisto, whatever the case may be. But they have laid some good groundwork where they could do a season 2 if they chose to. Obviously, it wouldn't be as high concept as this unless they did something on like TV reboots. Or film reboots. Like, they could do something around that if they want to keep going this route, but I wouldn't suggest that they do. And you can't just rehash what she did in this show and have her do it somewhere else. That just wouldn't work. Plus, she's supposed to be a good guy, so she knows that that's not something that she should do. Overall, I thought the show was very entertaining, and again, it kept us talking about a Marvel property for over 2 months, which, yes, we talked about Endgame for a long time. We talked about Infinity War for a while, but this is the first Marvel TV show, and we were talking about it in depth for weeks, and probably will continue to, and it's not going to stop, because now we get the making of show next week Friday for WandaVision, and on the 19th we get Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So the Marvel festivities continue for a while. Now, the one thing I am a little bit surprised of and a little bit upset about is that the next 2 shows are only like 6 episodes. I think Falcon and Winter Soldier is 6 episodes, and I believe Loki is as well. Not sure how many episodes Hawkeye will have, but it's a little bit, 6 episodes seems really short. So I'm sure they're going to be very action-packed. And I have a feeling Loki might be a little more high concept than Falcon and Winter Soldier. Falcon and Winter Soldier should be more close to what we've expected from the MCU, with some surprises and maybe even some cameos here and there. So we'll see. What are your thoughts on WandaVision? Did you enjoy the show? What are some of your gripes about the show? Did you feel like the Evan Peters Quicksilver was a Luke Skywalker moment? Did you feel like the White Vision was a Luke Skywalker moment? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'll be interested to hear your thoughts. If you want to see more, watch some of our most popular videos on the channel. You can also check out one of our more recent reactions right over here. If you've seen all that, then as always, I'll see you guys in the comments for this one.